Rift of the Necrodancer is the latest spin-off of the indie cult classic, which departs from the original's roguelike structure to provide a pure rhythm game experience. While the interface may look inspired by Guitar Hero, Rift's actual gameplay and chart design is more akin to the Nintendo series Rhythm Heaven, with heavy use of downbeat notation where the upbeats are designed to throw you off. Your simple goal is to reach the end of each track without losing all of your hit points, but each enemy on the playing field has their own unique behaviors and hit points to keep track of, which can result in a lot of mental juggling as you react on the fly. While not every track in the game is a banger, there are a fair share of fantastic tracks, pretty much any of the tunes from Alex Mulaka for example, and the difficulty curve feels just right as you progress through the campaign. One thing that's odd though is that the story mode for the game is a smaller item on the main menu, while the play button is more of a free play system. I guess that makes sense for what rhythm gamers prefer, but they put a lot of work into the story mode, including minigames that are full-on Rhythm Heaven tributes, and some of these minigames are my favorite parts of the entire game. But what makes the art style so evocative of Rhythm Heaven while still looking fluid is its use of several animation techniques, overshoots, follow-through, and heavily compressed animation spacing. Characters will often skip an in-between and go directly to their next key pose, but by overshooting the pose, that missing motion is still inferred. The follow-through of continuing to move and shift clothing and hair along their own individual arcs allows for additional trailing and resolving movement that gives the animation additional life and energy. In addition to the previous two game types, there are also boss fights that play sort of like Punch-Out! You dodge the boss's attacks and then get a jab in, allowing you to land several successive rhythmic blows. And as you continue to blow these as you keep draining their health bar, their attack patterns change, although I wouldn't necessarily say that they get harder. But to be fair, I played on the default medium difficulty, and the harder difficulty at least removes the dodge prompts so you have to deduce them on your own. If you're a hardcore Necrodancer fan, or you've only played the Zelda crossover and prefer something more casual, I think Rift has something for both groups. The hard and impossible difficulties have some pretty ridiculous charts to sight read, and the easy difficulty and minigames are friendly to newcomers with multiple tutorials and an invulnerability buff you can trigger. The hit or miss ratio of the songs is a little closer to 50-50 than I'd like, but the game recently added Super Meat Boy remixes, so hopefully that means more music is on the way. You can currently get Rift of the Necrodancer on Steam for $20, and a Switch version is on the way. If there are any games you'd like to see me talk about, let me know in the comments. Until next time, you'll find me in another castle.